welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a little loud and I completely forgot my mic, so you're gonna have to bear with me today. We are just going to do a quick video because I was supposed to have another video up for you guys, but for whatever reason the content did not save. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour. I'm sure you guys have seen the tours and what's going on, and if you haven't seen it already, I'm gonna give you a couple quick tips when it comes to starting your food truck business. But I wanna show you a little bit of what's going inside with one of our trailers. I do have a video coming out soon next week where you'll be able to see the process. It was in different stages, and I believe we were in stage 2 last. So I'm gonna show you really quick what it looks like and what we're finishing up on. And then next week, you're gonna see all the progress as we are going to be delivering it to the client. Well, they're gonna pick it up for inspection, so yeah. Quick little update. Basically, we are inside one of my clients' trailers who is going to be passing an inspection in the next 2 weeks. Bear with the loudness because again, it's gonna be really loud. We have a lot of things going on the lot. Just to give you a little update, we're almost done with everything. We're in the middle of stage 3 right now. We just have to install a couple more things and we'll be done. As you can see, one side is shiny, one side has fingerprints. Right now I'm just working on finalizing some details and touches and things like that. That way it's nice and pretty and presented well to my clients. First thing you want to do is make sure that you have hot water. Test the water out, make sure it reaches the temperature that it's supposed to. You can get a thermometer for that, and you have to go by the state guidelines. So if the temperature is supposed to be 103 degrees, 92 degrees, whatever the degrees are, make sure you follow that rule. Second tip is make sure that you have all your refrigeration and your freezer space and units operable and up to the temperature that it needs to be at, or should I say the lowest temperature that it needs to be at, so that way there's no issues on that end. Because if something is not freezing or cooling properly, it can be a hazard thing for you and for your customers when they go to eat your food. It's a super big red flag for the inspectors as well. So if it doesn't reach the temperature it's supposed to be at, then you're not technically allowed to store food in that refrigeration unit or the freezer space. Third tip, everything needs to be clean. So if you're purchasing anything new, then you're off the hook. However, if you're purchasing something used and you see that the refrigeration or your equipment, the floors, walls, whatever looks dirty, make sure that you sanitize, clean everything down, because that is a big red flag when it comes to cleanliness. They do look for that, and inspectors love when everything is clean and up to par. Fourth tip is have all your certificates, your license, anything that you applied for, have it in hand. If you don't have it in hand, I'm pretty sure they're going to request that you submit it within a certain time frame. So anything like your food handler's license, your manager's license, your driver's license, identification, your title and registration, your insurance, all those things matter because those are the paperwork and the legality that's going to make you a legitimate business. And finally, tip number 5 is have all your supplies. So these might look like your chlorine test strips, which typically is something that you dip in the water where you can test how much chlorine is in the water under your sanitized sink. So when you're going to wash, rinse, and sanitize your dishes, your pots, your pans, there's the last section in there that is sanitized. That's why it's a 3-compartment sink. And you leave it in there with water, a little tiny bit of chlorine. But if there's too much chlorine, those test strips will make sure it'll tell you. Then things like germicidal bleach for surfaces, clean off any bacteria that you have. You also want to include thermostats for your food and thermostats for any refrigeration and freezer unit, antibacterial soap, and paper towels. These are things that when the inspector comes in, they're going to want to wash your hands, check the temperature, make sure you have all your little supplies, your documentation, everything that you need to keep it up to par. Now, granted, if you want to be more specific with your state and know all the requirements when it comes to what you need on the food truck to pass inspection, make sure you contact your local health department and they'll be able to further assist you when it comes to what you need in order to pass inspection. Thank you everyone for tuning into my YouTube channel. Next week, stay tuned because I'm going to do a final stage 3 on the build out of a food truck, and I'm super excited to share that with you. If you did like this video, make sure you comment below if you have any questions because I do want to do a Q&A video for you all. That way I can help you however I can. But if you do need to connect with me or you want to check out my website, make sure you click on the links below and let's connect. Until next time everyone, see you next week.